Hello and welcome to our webinar on the T4U series. I would like to thank each of you for taking out time to attend today. My name is Bilal Naeem and I'm the Yealink product manager at Electronic Frontier. Without further ado, let's begin. So the overview for today's webinar includes the T4U series, the T4U enhancement over the existing T4S series portfolio, a like-for-like comparison with the T4S series, the Yealink services on offer currently, and finally the promotions. Okay, so to begin with, we will move on to the T4U series overview. So here we have a visual representation of the T4U series, beginning with the new EXP43, the T43U, the T46U, and finally the T48U. I can also confirm this series does include the T40U, which benefits from the features listed directly below. However, this particular model will not be our main focus for today's webinar. So just to briefly summarize, we have the Optima HD voice, the dual USB ports, the acoustic shield technology, the unified firmware, the hugely popular Opus codec, and of course the gigabit technology, which is across the board. Okay, so we will discuss some of the key enhancements for the T4U series. So the 5 key enhancements include a stronger computing ability, so a brand new chipset, the noise reduction technology, model upgrade, of course, from the T4S series, the color expansion module, and of course the dual USB ports. All of this will be covered in the following slides in a little more detail. So to begin with, a brand new powerful chipset is accompanied with the T4U series, and some of the key benefits that you there see include an optimized operating speed for day-to-day activity on the phone itself, up to 10 participants in an audio conference, scalable for any sort of future enhancements or firmware updates, a reliable system stability, which we've all come to realize and know with Yealink in general, and of course the sleek experience for voice communication. This is then followed on by the fantastic audio quality that we know with Yealink. The T4U series also includes the acoustic shield, smart noise filtering, the popular Opus codec, and of course the hearing aid compatible handset, which is a part of the T4U series portfolio. So just to share a little more information on what each of these do, the acoustic shield is the ability to suppress any sort of exterior audio. So for example, in popular call centers where many of your colleagues may be talking to customers on the phone, or there may be a lot of external noise, the audio or acoustic shield technology filters all that out for you to give you a more independent approach and conversation with your other party. And of course, the smart noise filtering then suppresses any accessories that you may have on your desk in the form of paper handling or keyboard presses. And that just makes the conversation a little more rich and clearer for that particular call. Okay, moving on. So the Yealink redirection and provisioning service, for anyone who isn't already aware of this, I can confirm the T4U series is supported. And some of the benefits to using this service include effortless mass deployment, zero-touch provisioning, and best of all, it's a free service given to customers by Yealink. So for anybody who doesn't already have an account, we can create an account for you. If this is of interest, please email over to our support desk and we'll be happy to accommodate. Okay, just moving on to the dual USB ports, which are now on offer with the T4U series. So to confirm, there are no longer any extension ports, which were dedicated for the use of the EHS 36. This is now given to you in the form of USB with the EHS 40 that you see to your right. So you can have support for 6 types of USB-based accessories, all of which are available to your right there. And you can use any 2 of these USB accessories as and when you need simultaneously. So moving on to the EXP43, so just a brief comparison between the EXP40, which is used for with the T4S series, and the EXP20 that we have there for the T2 series. So some of the key benefits we can see here are the increase in resolution, the number of pages available for each key, an independent key control at the very bottom there, and the ability to have a custom wallpaper and screensaver, and of course the color screen that's accompanied with this particular expansion model. And of course the models that this will apply to, which now includes the T43U, is historically the EXP was only supported on the 46 and the 48 on the T4S series. And sorry, not to mention the interface is now USB as opposed to the EXT port that is predominantly found on the T4S series. Okay, just a bit more information on the EXP43 here. So we have the supported models, the T43U, T46, and of course the T48U. USB type connection, as I previously mentioned, and most noticeably the screen color, which is self-adapting depending on which model you use. So in the example that we have here, the T43U is a black and white interface with color icons to give a more unified experience, and the EXP43 will then effectively match that to give you a combination there. And then of course we have the T46U and the T48U, and of course in this example it is a color screen as opposed to a grayscale one. So very nice feature depending on the model that you decide to use. So just a brief overview of the replacement strategy that we have here. Anybody that is looking to move on from the T4S series has a clear overview on which replacement model Yealink suggests they should go for. Okay, so now we're just moving on to the key differences and a like-for-like comparison to the T4S series. So in this example, we have the T43U, and obviously we see the features and upgrades highlighted in red. We have an upgraded processor, a 3.8-inch graphical LCD display, which of course provides a better resolution overall. We have the increase in line keys, and of course we have a substantial increase in memory keys as well. And the number of conferences has also increased to 5, and of course you also benefit from the acoustic shield and the smart noise filtering. And just to then further add to these benefits, we also have the 2 dual USB ports there. And finally, the EXP43, which, as I mentioned previously, was not an option on the T4S, most noticeably the T41 and the T42. So a number of benefits and upgrades there for customers, which is always a wonderful thing. So moving on to the T46U, comparing to the T46S, we also have the updated chip. The number of audio conferences participants has increased to 10. Of course, we benefit from the acoustic shield, the smart noise filtering, the 2 USB ports, and of course the wireless headset adapter is now presented as USB in the form of the EHS40, and of course the expansion model with the EXP43. And finally, moving on to the T48U, the upgraded processor, followed on with the number of audio conferences that are possible, and of course the acoustic shield, the smart noise filtering, the additional USB port there, and the EHS40 and the EXP43. Okay, so that was just a visual overview, as you can see here, in terms of the design and shape. There isn't a substantial difference with the T4S series, but of course there are a lot of improvements that they have made behind the scenes to make this a worthwhile upgrade for customers. Okay, so we'll be with the following slides, we will now move on to some of the examples that we will then compare the new T4U series to, of course, is Fanville on this webinar. So we will compare the T43U, 46U, and 48U with the equivalent X4, X5, and X6U. Okay, just a visual representation and overview. So the key improvements highlighted in red include the increase in line keys, the increase in audio conferencing participants, the number of remote phone book entries, and of course at the very bottom we have the opportunity to use the expansion module, the EXP43 in case. All of this of course is not possible on the X4U. Moving on to the T46U and the X5U, we have the increase in line keys, the number of participants in a conference, the number of remote phone book entries, the USB headset, the additional USB port there, and of course the color screen expansion module, the EXP43. And then finally, the Yealink T48U and the Fanville X6U. So the improvements include the 10-way audio conferencing, the number of remote phone book entries, the additional USB port, and of course the EXP43, which is not an option on the X6U. Okay, for anyone who wasn't aware of the RPS, Yealink also has some additional services that they do provide. They also offer the YDMP, so known as the Yealink Device Management Platform, and the Yealink Management Cloud Service. So the key difference between these services is that the YDMP is on-premise, configured on a physical server under your control, and the YMCS is hosted in the cloud, maintained by Yealink. So key features for these services, of course, include the device management, service analysis, a customized group configuration, a very easy graphical overview in terms of your management portal, remote diagnostics, multiple administrators, timer tasks, and of course a batch deployment for a large number of IP phones. So a few additional features that I just like to highlight. We of course have the API for deep integration with your existing PBX if that's of interest, and of course the cloud servers are distributed in the United States and Europe with more than 6 security measures. So if this is something that you would like to trial, I can also set up an account for you and give you an overview as well if that's of any interest. please just email into our support desk or get in contact, and we'll be happy to accommodate. Okay, so from a technical standpoint and an overview of the T4U series, that's all we are going to present today. So I'll pass you over to my colleague Asha, who will just discuss the promotions for you. Okay.
Thank you very much, Bilal. This is Asha. I'm in charge of marketing at Electronic Frontier Limited. So alongside this webinar, as you might know, we've got a series of NFR options for you. So the whole range of the SIP phones that we discussed today, the T43U, T46U, and T48U is available on NFR. It is a maximum of 1 unit available for any new customer who hasn't benefited from the T4 series NFR program. Alongside that, we are doing a W90D and W90B as well. So this would include 1 DM device and 2 W90B, the base stations. Also, there will be a single cell W73P also available. That's, again, a maximum of 1 unit. The NFR offer is running until the end of September 2021. Please get in touch with either your account manager or the general sales number or the sales email address if you're looking to place an NFR order, as stocks are limited. We have another one-stop promotion where you will be able to get a 2% discount on your whole order if you order any quantity, even one, either a SIP phone, a Microsoft Series, or a personal device as listed under here, and 5 headsets. So it would be a minimum of 5 headsets and a single of another device. Again, this is running until the end of September 2021. Contact us if you're looking to benefit from this promotion as well. And as we have been running previously, we are still doing the project incentive program with a minimum of 50 quantity devices. Maximum discount that you can benefit from is 8%. As you can see, there are different extra discounts for headsets for T4, T4U, T5, and W73P, as well as the MCs. Again, this is available on our website, so you can go and have a look, how you can benefit from it and what pricing discount you could benefit from. That is it from the marketing side. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, we will give you a few moments to type in your question. I have a question from Anton H asking if we can send a presentation to them, and that's absolutely fine. I've got your email address. I will send it to you personally following this webinar. If you've got any questions, please let us know, and either myself or my colleague would be more than happy to assist you. Cool. I think we will end it here. Thank you very much for attending. And we've got a question. Can I please for this slide? I've got the same question from Mr. Richard A. Of course, I shall send it to you as well. Yeah, I think Yeah, thank you very much from us. Oh, also, can you send me the prices for NFR kits? Of course, Richard. I shall get that with you as well.
Yeah, if there isn't any more technical inquiries, then yeah, I think we will end the webinar. And thank you very much for attending. I appreciate your time and efforts today. Take care.